If you've been wanting to start something, but you're just not getting yourself to start, it's not your fault. It's a friction problem. I'll say that again. It's not your fault. It's a friction problem. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So, as we dive into our pod today, Live Your Purpose, I want to share with you a very, very powerful way. And I'm going to share three. And the third one I know is going to absolutely blow your mind because it's the simplest and the quickest thing to do. If you are somebody, especially as a healer, a coach, or of course, as a seeker, you've been struggling with this, wanting to get started, but somehow you just find your wheels spinning in the same place. Like I said, it's not your fault, it's a friction problem. So I was thinking about this today while I was doing my yoga session, and for a change, I decided to seek help. So I had a yoga teacher come home and work with me. This has, of course, been a plan for a while, but finally, when everything comes together in the simplest of ways, that is when magic happens. And so, as I was going through and being led by my teacher, I got thinking about what is it that makes us as healers and coaches, um, you know, hold ourselves responsible. We sort of fault ourselves, and we believe that we're not able to do things, we're not able to move because it is our fault. The truth is, as I said, it is not your fault. It's a friction problem. So let me share with you, as I said, remember this is a pod that we do every day. My intention is in the shortest of time to be able to share with you practical tips that you can apply right now, even as you're listening to this, especially if you're listening to this as a pod. If you're watching this as a video, of course, you get the added, you know, the distraction or the focus of watching a video. But if you happen to be listening to this one is something that you can apply. So, as I said, if you want to really reduce the friction, here are three things that will make all the difference. The first is, of course, having a community, and more importantly, being part of a community. So, if you're somebody that has been wanting to make shifts in your own life, especially as a healer and a coach, having your community is a bonus, is literally something that can change your life. I know that personally because about 10 days ago, I decided to start movement and make movement an important part of our community, and more importantly, an important part of my own life. And so rather than, show up every day and decide to focus on health, on fitness, I said, you know what? Let me have my community part of this movement. And it's been amazing the last 10 days. The amount of times that I've even momentarily tried to talk myself out of moving on a daily basis, that has dramatically gone down to zero. So, literally, it's been 10 days of being what they call the streak. So, literally, every single day, I've been showing up for myself. And now, because I'm showing up for and with my community, it makes the process that much more powerful. Which brings me to the second hack, and that is to show up. When you have community, it makes it simpler. And more than having community, it's also about showing up. And I can't even begin to tell you how this one simple realization has made such a huge shift in my life. If I look back at the last 3+ years, I have made it a point to show up every day and record. And for those of you who are regular listeners of the pod or viewers of this pod over the last several years, you know that because I have been showing up, now I'm able to experiment with our format and make it that much simpler for more people to be able to listen in. But the important thing is that when we talk about friction, here is something that really reduces the friction. And as promised, here is the third and the simplest and the most efficient way for you to be able to reduce friction, and that is to breathe. I know in this day and age where we are bombarded by AI and all the various shortcuts that are supposed to make life simpler, remember any kind of change that you want to create, it happens when you're able to breathe, when you're able to relax into what you're doing. And so for me, I know this has made literally the difference between life and death. It's the difference between, losing your focus, your attention, just by focusing on breath. So, as I said, if you want to reduce the friction, three things that will really make that difference. One is community, having a community, being part of a community. The second, of course, is showing up. And the third, and the simplest thing that you can do every single moment when you find yourself spinning out, just remember to breathe. And when you do that, you're once again back with yourself. I want to wish you all the best, and I want you to know that I truly recognize you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in our pod on an ongoing basis. And if you liked this and you feel that this format of the podcast is something that you enjoyed, please do share it with your fellow coaches and healers, because the more of us that get aligned, the more we can truly live our purpose. So, as always, I really do look forward to seeing you in our community, in many, of course, all of our programs that we have spanning the entire week, the entire month. And so, with that, really do look forward to seeing you in the next one. Having said all of that, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I'll see you in the next one. And here are the extra credits for those of you who tuned in live. I see we've got Devasmita here. Thank you for tuning in. And also, Raji, thank you for tuning in. And until the next time, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.